Hi everyone, it's Kirsten from my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Carlton Football Club. If you are a returning Magpies, welcome. If you are new to the channel and you're watching this for the first time, welcome. Now, Carlton are coming off. There's a lot of things that I can say the difference between Carlton and Collingwood. And you know, I look at Geelong, you know, I really do, and how they played finals every year, but I'll talk about Carlton briefly. They made finals 2013 by default, and you clinch on that 32-point comeback win against Richmond, where the emotions are high with Mick Maltazing, played the semi-finals, got beaten by Sydney in a typical Sydney win. But my question would be today is David Teague the right man for the job? And you look at the emotions of the players, and as harsh as it is, you don't have emotional wins when a player's grandfather passes away and you dish up that performance. If you rely on that to get you over the line and to play, and look, for Serge Savani's been a legend of the club. Haven't watched much of him. Was way before my time, obviously. But you don't just play for him 1 week and you help Jack Savani get him up, you know, with the emotions of it all, and you get around him. And then the next week you come out and you just a shit show of a performance. Now, the game plan is basically a kick-heavy game. We have seen Carlton handball a little bit more. But I'll go through the first quarter. Now, I did the review with the Collingwood game, and I think that's evident to say that I watched this game tightly to see, okay, can Carlton back up? I picked Carlton. The emotion would have been, okay, they won against us. Can they back it up? North are improving side. And you think Harry Mackay playing, you think, oh yeah, Carlton should win. But it just shows you, like, a player is out. A player is out. And you're relying on that for emotion. You know, you're relying on, okay, we've got to lower our eyes, we're going to have to get that play on, kick over the top. You play Cripps off forward, you brought him back, and you think, okay, this will test out. They did it without Cripps. With Cripps in, maybe that they can try something and win. And you look at the first quarter, the difference was 2-5 to 3-1. Now, 7 scoring shots to 4. And you think Carlton should realistically shut the bed in that. That they did. Like, they should have scored. They should have scored 3 or 4 goals at least out of that. And be like, okay, here we go. Like, you know, it's a good start, it's a positive start. But then you look on the way that they played, it's like North Melbourne are a young team, and credit to North for the way that they played. They showed me something, and when they play against us, they show me something. Like that, we got the job done, obviously, because, we deserved to win. And we did. But you look at Carlton and you go, how can they be a top 8 team when they perform, one quarter of football and patches of the 5-6 minutes in a quarter? I think you got to look at it as certain teams don't put shit teams away. And I don't think that we're a shit team. I think we're a good team when we're up and about and all the rest, because I see that every time I watch them. Watching a West Coast game, because there was interest in me to watch it, to test out what we need to do against this West Coast team. So for when I do my previews, I can talk about what our West Coast are going to do, and I think that's how it should be. But you see the second quarter of this game, and you go 5 goes 6. So they kicked 3 goals 1 compared to 2 goals 3. So if they kicked, they're a little bit inaccurate. 2 points behind here, you're thinking, okay, defensively, North Melbourne scored from the defensive half a lot. They haven't in the forward half. So the concerning for me would be, well, can Carlton actually clean that up a little bit, come out in this third quarter and really put teams like North Melbourne to sort? And you're watching it and you go, like, come on, like, are you serious? Like, are you fucking serious? To a team that plays with a lot of heart, and injuries are part of the game, right? We all know that for a fact. So if it takes like that to get a team over the line, what else? Like the third quarter, right? 4 behinds to what? 7 goes 2? That's the ball game. That is the ball game. I don't get it. You want to come out and you play for your coach, and the players are, of course the players are going to say, oh, we love Teague, we back Teague. A player ain't going to come out, Carlton fans, and say, no, we don't like the coach. Of course they're going to stick with this bullshit of wanting to keep him because he doesn't tell them off. Right? He doesn't tell them off on what they should be doing, as well as, okay, you do this, you do that, you stop this guy. And Nick Larkey took a piss as well in kicking 7 goals. And Zerha played well. And I've only got up to 2 lines because, it is what it is on that. But to kick, 6 goals 2 to 6 goals 1? That should be a 60-point loss. But Carlton make it like it's a 39-point loss, where it should be 10 goals. And it's like, if you guys lose to North Melbourne, what are you going to do against St Kilda, who only just lost to West Coast? Playing a team like West Coast and to lose by, I think it was 8 points, you can be proud of that effort because you can see, okay, look, as much as they made mistakes, they fought hard. I don't see that in Carlton. I don't see you come up against a team like the difference between a full strength West Coast and a waffle team is that Carlton take teams lightly. Yeah, that's my opinion on what Carlton do. They take teams lightly. They don't get up for big games. They think, nah, this game will do. This game will do. But it just shows you, like, they don't care. So what does it take? You know, what is it going to take for this club to perform and actually get some wins? Like, I've seen Carlton play one quarter against Collingwood, 5 or 6 minutes of patches, and that's it. Like, that's all it takes. Now, we don't put teams away what we should be. North Melbourne did, and even though that they got a couple goals on the board, North kicked away again. And they really put this game beyond down. They made it difficult because it's too hard for Carlton to deep down and duck them and get out the hole that they're in to wanting to show up. Pominos, mate, I love your work. The scouting report that you do of North Melbourne, if you can break down how they play and what Carlton needs to do that, and I get inspired by you for doing that. You know, like, I look at, not only to look at stats, because I think stats, you know, you can dominate the stat sheet, but it's about how you perform. So if it's about on how you perform, you should be winning these games of football. You should be beating teams up. Do I see that in enough of Carlton to suggest it? That they're going to be a top 8 team for the next couple of years? No, I don't. Until there's change. And there's got to be change. Teague isn't the man. Like, the kick heavy game doesn't get the job done. It's the coach's responsibility to get the players up for big games. Right? It's the coaches. It doesn't matter if it's a player's fault. At the end of the day, it's the coaches, because a coach is there to really to get the team up and about. And when you play in St Kilda next week, they like to play on. They like to use the speed. So how you stop that is that you can't have a shootout, because you can't afford to, right? And I want to see effort, right? I want to see effort. I want to see Carlton giving a shit for their members, because a lot of them rock up every week, right? Terry from Woodward, shout out to you as well, Pominos. You know, shout out to you because you show up, do these live streams for the fans who, you know, if they're in interstate and you can't get to the game in Melbourne, you know, you do a good job. But the pressure has to be there. Right? The pressure has to be there, but you don't do it. Like, Welsh is good. You don't want players laughing and having a conversation that you lose. Alright, it just doesn't work. So what that tells me is that if you got Sam Walsh who's ejected, who is upset, he gives a shit. He gives a shit about how we want to play as a club. The rest of them don't. And I think because they're becoming a losing culture, and you think, why is that? Now, when you go through a rebuild, it's about getting games into kids. It is about wins and losses. But because they're so used to, okay, well, we need to see improvement in this group. We need to see them from jumping from 2 wins to 3 wins. And then 5 to 7. And then after that, fourth rebuild, if you're going for a full rebuild, then you want to see, okay, let's jump to 9 or 11 or 10. And let's keep that improvement. And you don't see that in Carlton. It's all about effort. It doesn't take talent to give effort. You've got to actually work harder for that effort. You've got to see that. I know when I play basketball, it's simple for me. And my coach, who can be hard on me, he'll tell me, don't go for the stupid shots, go for the layups, aim for the top of the square. And basketball's like the same as football. Like, if you keep losing and you're having to laugh and you're having to be fun, you should be feeling something deep inside of you and go, shit, we lost. It should mean something to you. It should. So, I've seen Tommy Nos's review straight after the game. They posted up. I've seen Terry from Blue Board. It'd be interesting to see what My Blue Heaven does. And check him out on YouTube. Like, he cares so much about Carlton, as well as the rest of them, and they just give shit efforts. So, do they deserve to play finals? No, but 4 points outside top 8. But the writing's on the wall. Like, if you want to become a good team, you have to start winning. To lose against Western Bulldogs 16 points in front, you should kick that 2 or 3 goals more. And this is the same thing. I'm going to mention this for Collingwood as well, because this is how much I care. You should kick 2 or 3 more goals and get ahead, and you go, right, 28 points, we're in the last quarter, 8-10 minutes remaining. Okay, let's make this harder for the Bulldogs, and let's keep getting the ball forward. Let's just not be overzealous on how we use the footy, but at least able to go, okay, we don't need to take too many risks at this stage of the game, and we can just settle it down and just play for each other. Once we play for each other and keep getting that goal or 2, you make it difficult, and you don't see that in Carlton in every game that they play. And I think it's worse, like, to concede over 100 points. And I think since 2014, they've been bottom the ladder, or they haven't won against a bottom ladder team for the past 6-7 years, and that's them stealing. So if that's telling you something, shit, So, and I look at Collingwood, right? And I know, my opinion is, yeah, look, good win. But have you supporters actually seen finals? Have you guys actually seen a finals win? It's okay to brag, oh, we beat Collingwood, how good does that feel? And all the rest. Mate, we've seen more finals than Carlton have in the last 5-10 years. And for someone to say, oh, that's irrelevant, actually, that is relevant. That is relevant because to me, if you want to talk about, oh, Carlton's last grand final was 1999, or 95 was the premiership year, then when is it going to say to them and their supporters to say, right, no, actually, he's right, he's got, it's not good enough. It's not good enough at AFL level that we're accepting this. Like, Collingwood have played in grand finals in 2018, 2019 a prelim, and to beat West Coast and play in the semi-final. Obviously, we got beaten. Obviously, like, COVID hit, and then, we made the changes that we did. When Nathan Buckley took over as coach, right, 2012, he got us into a prelim and elimination final. Then we had to make changes. We had to rebuild and go on a mini reset from 2017 to 2018. Chris Scott took Geelong to a list that he had from Mark Thompson into a premiership coach in the first year. John Lomar took Sydney to a finals when he took over. So does that tell you that they don't? It's Silver Clarkson. Alright. He took over what? About 2005, 2007, they made an elimination final and they beat Adelaide. And then they made that run towards the grand final and then they missed out on 2 years. And then they played in the prelim and then grand final ever since. And then obviously semi-finals 2016, and you think, yeah, I think that's when you should start rebuilding because, naturally I think it's time for that. And you've been up there for so long. And naturally you got to start doing your rebuilds. And Hawthorn doing it late. So, my question for Joe is, it can be done. It can be done. And that's the facts. Clarkson took over and they made a fucking final series in 2007. And yet they played in the grand final the year after. So what's that telling me is that they care more about, okay, we got these draft kids in, we're playing the kids, we're building them up, and then we go for improvement every year, and you gotta improve. If you don't improve as a club, then you go backwards. So that's what I laid. And I think Carlton got the list to play finals, like they really do. Like I see that list, but I think they need to start rebuilding. I think till then get used to obviously playing in a final series, that they have to get rid of, bring forward this review, sack Teague, get Teague out, get Clarkson in, get some of the assistants around him, and at least that way you build up your standards, because you don't see that standards in Carlton. You see, oh, it's okay, we gave effort. And Teague is a useless coach. So that's why it's okay to be useless. So now, that's where it lies for me. That's where I think now you got to be aggressive. They made the wrong choice. To get T on how many wins? In 2019. Well, does that cover over the cracks? I think it does. I think they need to look outside of Carlton people. I think they need to. And they go, right, we've been successful. Yeah, sure, Michael Voss didn't work, but hey, he's played in the final series as a coach. So he actually knows what it's like. And does that tell you something? Does that tell you that he's got that bit of fight in him? You know, as a captain and as a premiership player, a 3-time premiership player, he's something that you need. I get on the phone to Carlton, Voss. Mate, hell, I would go even further. I would have gone after Sam Mitchell. So, that's where I would start. And I'm the same. Get Clarkson, get Lyon. Get someone in that you know can make a grand final. That knows what it's like to be successful. Because Teague isn't a successful player. He's not a successful coach. You know, you played in North Melbourne in the 70s and 80s. They were good. They're playing the premiership in 1977. So that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, Carlton fans. Am I right or am I wrong? I think the standards are too low at Carlton. They're simply unfit. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, go the Pies. My love goes out to you guys. Come, friends. So just remember, next time you beat a team, has your club been relevant for 5 or 10 years? No, it hasn't. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's enjoy the wins, but let's not drink the Kool-Aid, as Terry likes to say. Yeah, let's just stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Let's just go, okay, this is my win. I want to see it back up. Because every time you drink the Kool-Aid, let's be honest, you're shit. They let you down. So until next time, like, comment, and subscribe. Carlton friends, please have your say. This is for you guys. Till then, bye.